My name is Tierney Sears. This is going to be part one of my video related to the Amish culture. The objectives for my video are after viewers watch the video, they should be able to discuss a short overview of the Amish history, discuss various characteristics of the Amish lifestyle, including life, death, pregnancy, family, roles within the community, healthcare, health risks, as well as the alternative medicine study. The Amish culture is part of the Anabaptist Mennonite descendants. The Amish creator Jacob Amon in the late 1600s believed that the Mennonite culture itself had really skewed and veered away from the viewings of its leader. He believed in a stronger church discipline as well as shunning social exclusion and excommunication for those who broke moral law. So in the late 1600s, he broke off and made the Amish Mennonite group where he became the leader. In the late 1800s, in the 18th century, there was a movement of the Amish culture to the United States, and the movement occurred mostly in the Pennsylvania state along with Ohio. The Amish culture themselves believe in hard work, humility, modesty, as well as physical and spiritual well-being. They believe obeying God versus the man of word, and they believe that church should be separate from state. They are a conservative Protestant group. These communities are broken down into districts, which are made up of about 25 to 40 households. Once marriage, children, expanding families occurs, once these districts become too large, they'll break up and split into other districts where churches are not held within church buildings. Services will be held every other Sunday within the household of someone from that district. On the off weeks, they'll usually visit other districts, go to other church services, as well as stay home and enjoy time with the family. Depending on district views and how strict they are, shunning, excommunication, as well as social shunning will occur when moral law is broken and the district feels that the individual should no longer be allowed within that district and should no longer be a follower of the Amish culture. One of the biggest things that the Amish culture believes in is adult baptism versus infant baptism. Adults will usually be baptized between the ages of 16 and 24, and the Old Order Amish are more strict and have more traditional views as far as technology, healthcare, etc., whereas the New Order Amish have more lenient and modern views as far as church, spirit, and technology, healthcare, etc. In the family setting, the father is the provider. He works with either on his own farmland, but with the hard times in the economy, most of these farmers work on other people or a community farm. Carpentry, masonry, furniture making, as well as in some of the New Order communities, working within factories has become acceptable. Marriage within the community occurs after baptism has taken place, and divorce and remarriage are forbidden. Marriage will usually take place on a Tuesday or Thursday in late November and December after the harvest is in, and instead of working within the household, the newly married couple, usually for the weekends to follow, will visit various households of those that had attended the wedding, and wedding rings are not permitted as they are seen to be part of the lavish lifestyle that the Amish culture does not follow. In the household, like I said earlier, the father is the provider. He is the main breadwinner. In the New Order Amish communities, women are also taking, in this economic downturn, a financial role within the home, selling quilts, various services, bread and baked goods, as well as attending various English communities and selling goods that they have made. But normally, and especially in the Old Order Amish, the wife, their main concern and main role in the family is to take care of the children and to stay in the home. Children inside the family also have roles and duties that they are to provide, such as chores, various housework, and on average, each Amish home will have upwards of 7 children. The elderly within the family are cared for by that family in the household after retirement occurs, and retirement occurs at various times for various individuals when they feel that they can no longer work, or the family feels that they can no longer work. Nursing homes, various assisted living communities that we in the English system see as appropriate and used as resources are not used within the Amish culture. So the elderly are mostly cared for within the home and by the church and district community. Dress within the Amish community is very, very plain. It goes back to their virtues of humility and modesty. Trousers and suspenders that are worn by the men are usually black or brown. Shirts are plain, solid, muted colors such as white and various hues of blue. Women wear plain calf-length dresses. Hair is not to be cut. They wear it in a long braid or in a bun with a small white cap over top. Along with wedding rings, which we discussed earlier, jewelry is not permitted within the Amish culture. Young men are to keep a clean-shaven face until after they are married, and then a beard will be grown. Buttons are not used unless they are of plain color matching a trouser. They are seen as embellishments, adornments on the clothing, so snaps and eye hooks on the inside of the clothing are used more often. Plain colors are to be worn in some young girls less than the age of 9. Various colors and will be seen, but after that, single, very natural, various hues of blue will be seen on the dresses. No patterns of any kind are seen throughout the culture at any age. Aprons are worn by the women, usually of white color, in the home. During housework, as well as when church is being attended.